everyone. Welcome back to our podcast on motivation, personal growth, and English learning. I'm Anya.
And I'm Mark. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to dive into a topic that affects every single one of us, breaking bad habits and building good ones.
Yes, habits shape our lives. They might look small, but over time they build our future. As the saying goes, first we make our habits, and then our habits make us.
So true. I think we all know the struggle of trying to break a bad habit, like biting your nails, staying up too late, or eating too much junk food. And we also know how hard it can be to stick to a good habit, like exercising or reading daily.
Exactly. So today we'll break down the science of habits, share practical steps, and give our listeners some encouragement along the way.
Let's start with what a habit really is. A habit is basically a shortcut your brain creates. Once you repeat a behavior enough, your brain puts it on autopilot.
And most habits follow a pattern called the habit loop, cue, routine, and reward.
For example, imagine this. The cue is stress, the routine is smoking a cigarette, and the reward is feeling a bit calmer.
Or boredom can be the cue. Scrolling endlessly on social media is the routine, and the reward is a quick hit of entertainment.
And the same process works for good habits. Like the cue is putting on running shoes, the routine is jogging, and the reward is the endorphin rush.
So, the first step in breaking bad habits is to notice the triggers. Ask yourself, when do I do this? Where am I? How do I feel before it happens?
I'll give you an example. I used to snack on chips every evening, but when I really paid attention, I realized I wasn't hungry. It was just because I was watching TV.
Yes, awareness is powerful. If you can name the trigger, you can start changing the response.
Here's something important. Our brains hate a vacuum. If you just remove a habit, you'll feel restless.
Which is why replacement is key. Don't just stop doing something, replace it with something better.
Exactly. If you want to stop drinking soda, replace it with flavored water or herbal tea. If you want to stop checking your phone in bed, replace it with reading 2 pages of a book.
The point is, give your brain a new reward. Otherwise, it will fight back. Another common mistake is aiming too big too fast. People say, from tomorrow, I'll work out for 1 hour every day. And then they give up in 3 days.
Yes, because the brain hates big, scary changes. But it loves small, easy wins.
So instead of 1 hour, start with 5 or 10 minutes. Instead of quitting sugar completely, begin by cutting 1 soda a day.
Think of it like planting a seed. A habit starts small, then grows stronger with time. This is one of my favorite lessons. Don't wait for motivation. Motivation is like the weather. It changes every day.
Exactly. You can't depend on it, but what you can depend on is consistency. Discipline beats motivation.
A great method for consistency is habit stacking. That means linking a new habit to an existing one. For example, after brushing your teeth, do 2 minutes of meditation. Or after making coffee, write down 3 things you're grateful for.
Brilliant tip. When you attach a new habit to something you already do, it feels natural and automatic. And don't forget to celebrate progress. Rewards tell your brain, yes, keep doing this.
For me, when I managed to avoid soda for a whole week, I treated myself to a new book.
Rewards don't have to be big. Even something small, like saying to yourself, "Well done," or checking off a habit tracker, gives your brain that feeling of success.
Now, here's something powerful: accountability. When you tell someone about your goal, you're more likely to stick with it.
Yes, share your goals with a friend, a family member, or even online in a community. And better yet, find a partner to do it with you.
Like a walking buddy, a gym partner, or even a study partner for English learning. When someone else is counting on you, you show up.
Now, let's be real, change takes time. You will slip sometimes, and that's okay.
Right. The mistake is not in slipping. The mistake is in giving up after a slip.
So, when you fall back into a bad habit, don't beat yourself up. Just reset. Tomorrow is a new chance.
Progress is not about being perfect. It's about being a little better than yesterday.
And finally, one of the strongest tools, identity. Instead of saying, "I want to quit smoking," say, "I am a non smoker."
That's powerful because you're not just changing what you do, you're changing who you believe you are.
If you believe you're the type of person who takes care of their health, you'll naturally act like it.
Yes, identity creates consistency. You act according to who you think you are.
Now, for our English learners, let's go over some useful expressions we use today.
First, kick a bad habit. This means to stop a bad habit. Example, I want to kick the bad habit of smoking.
Next, form a routine to create a regular habit. Example, I'm trying to form a routine of exercising in the morning.
And finally, stick to it. To continue doing something without quitting. Example, learning English is hard, but I'm going to stick to it.
Great! Try making your own sentences with these phrases. It's a good way to practice both your English and your new habits.
So to sum up, breaking bad habits and building good ones is not about perfection. It's about small steps, consistency, rewards, and believing in a new identity.
Habits may take time to change, but once they do, they will change your whole life.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Stay strong, stay consistent, and remember, you have the power to build the life you want, one habit at a time.
See you in the next episode.